on in the Middle East. But we're going to lighten it up a little bit and be joined right now by Niki Kawa, who is the author of the new book, Quotes Are Life, a children's book of quotations. Niki's here with us on the set, as well as with her dad, Dr. Larry Kawa. And we see the book right here on the screen. We also have a couple copies. Niki, it's so nice of you to be with us today.
Hi.
Well, you are certainly adorable. Tell us what inspired you to start taking some of these quotes that we see and put them down in a book.
Well, my dad has a collection of quote books at home, and I started reading them, and people sometimes ask me how I get into quotes. Quotes actually get into me. And I think that's something wonderful to share with other people.
Well, it's definitely very inspirational, and the thing that I've noticed in the book is your drawings. These are all your drawings as well.
Yeah.
Did you draw those on the basis of these quotes that you found then?
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Very cool, and I'm reading some of the quotes you have in here. One of my favorite historical figures, Theodore Roosevelt. When you get to the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. What about that quote inspires you?
Well, I think that it's a wonderful quote, and it's one of my favorite quotes.
What is your favorite quote within your book, would you say?
Well, all of my quotes are my favorite quotes.
Not one of assigned favorites. And you know, not only does she have quotes from famous historical figures, her own quotes, Niki's own quotes are in here, and they're just as inspirational as the one I just read there. Life is a ride and treasure of surprises. Great inspirational quote. Don't be afraid to do the things you love. That's a sentiment that I think a lot of people forget, and obviously you are doing that now. And we also want to, congratulate you. Of course, I believe you are the #1 book now on the hot releases charts on Amazon.com. Larry, as a father, you see your daughter. She's 7 years old, I think, right?
She is. Yep.
To see her achieve this level of success already, how proud are you?
Bursting with pride. She's the youngest person ever to have that achievement, and we're very proud of her. I asked her what would be the one thing she would do differently if she were to do the book again. She told me she wishes that she started sooner, right?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to write the book?
I don't really know. Somewhere around when I was 5 years old.
Wow, and you are 7 now?
Yeah.
Wow, so a little while. Do you have any plans to write any future books?
Just to help other people.
That's wonderful. Well, we hope you do.
That's very inspirational. And I don't know if any other of your classmates have started writing books. When you talk to them about your work here, do they get inspired to do similar work?
No, but they always say, I can't believe that you wrote a quote book.
And how long have you been drawing? We have some of the drawings here in the book. I don't know if we can get centered up on this when we maybe try the other camera, because we can talk to Niki here. But Niki, go ahead and tell us, as all these drawings here coordinate with the individual quotes. We know you've been compiling these quotes for a long time, as well as writing your own here. But how long did it take you to come up with the special drawings for the quotes as well?
Well, I read the quotes a couple times, then I write them down, and I just write what I think that goes good with the quote.
And this is a great one, another one here from Bill Copeland. The same fence that shuts others out shuts you in, and you can see that very clearly illustrated right here. Great stuff.
Can I ask, as a father, you've collected these quote books. How did you come about that? And then
I've always been interested in quotes because I think that each quote really teaches you a lesson and really condenses it into just like sort of one sentence for most quotes. So growing up, I always collected quote books, and I never really expected that one day my daughter would be sneaking into my private library, reading my quote books, stealing quotes, asking me what they meant, and sort of interjecting her own philosophy on them. But she's highly philosophical. She really has come to appreciate them, and always in my book collection, and brought them to me. And then my wife, Virginia, who's been very helpful in putting the book together, asked her which were her favorite quotes, and little by little they narrowed it down to 50, and they compiled this book of 50 quotes, and she did an illustration which matched each quote, and I wish I could say I was that smart when I was 7 years old. So.
Well, she obviously has a bright future ahead of us, and as we mentioned, very inspiring for other kids of the same age And it's something that's not, I think, encouraged enough to put your own thoughts down on a piece of paper, and maybe you want to share it with the world. Can you guys share with us a little bit about how you went through the process of getting this book published in case anybody else wants to do something similar?
Absolutely. I actually have a close friend of mine, my friend Dan Mangru, who helped us put it together. He certainly knew everything about publishing because I was a novice at this. I mean, being that I'm an orthodontist, there's not much that I write other than notes in a chart. So you had to get a Library of Congress number, an ISBN number, go through Amazon. It was a real process. It would be hard to, I guess, describe in a few sentences how to do it. I could just say what it takes is, as Niki would attest to, there's a lot of motivation and know-how and some good friends that share those same two qualities to, like my friend Dan Mangru, who helped us with this to put it together, and it all came together well. And then there was a lot of interest from book reviewers on Amazon. She's got, I think, 14 reviews now on Amazon. She's not only #1 hottest new seller, but we're proud to say #2 bestseller in quote books, second only to Maya Angelou.
Pretty good company to be in right there.
We're sorry that she displaced Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones for second place, but humbled that she's in the top 10 with Abraham Lincoln and Mark Twain, right, Niki?
Yeah.
That's great company to be in. Well, maybe except for Keith Richards. We probably don't want 7-year-olds hanging out with Keith Richards. But
right.
We do want to ask you as well. I mean, I know there's going to be some financial benefit here, but Niki, you have some special plans with the money that's going to be generated from this book. Tell us about it.
Well, I don't really have any plans, but the only plan I really do have is to help other people and just be really successful with this book.
Well, I hope that, do you have any ideas about who you might want to help in particular? You've already definitely helped a lot of young people, I believe, who've read this book. So.
Or money quotes? You got any quotes about money, Niki?
Yeah. The richest person isn't the one that has the most, but the one that needs the least.
Wow, that's a great sentiment, and something any person of any age can certainly take something away from that.
I don't know who said that one.
I don't know, but it's definitely someone smarter than me because they thought of it first.
There you have it.
Well, they didn't think of this book, so go you for organizing this, and thank you.
All right, Niki Kawa and Dr. Larry Kawa, I'll have to get you to autograph a copy of this for me, Niki, because I have a young daughter, and I look forward to, when she's able to read, getting to check this book out as well. Niki Kawa, one of the youngest best-selling authors on Amazon. You can get the book Quotes for Life.
And she has a website as well. Little plug here, nikisquotes.com. Just N-I-K-I, nikisquotes.com.
Nikisquotes.com. There you have it. We have it up here on the screen. We got more here coming on America's Forum, including maybe some more inspirational quotes from Niki. We'll be right back with you after this commercial break.